of Nigerian women because they are better designed for reproduction? What?
I haven't seen anyone discuss the part of the Epstein files where he's writing to evolutionary biologist Robert Trivers about studying the bodies of Nigerian women because they are better designed for reproduction. He talks about the lumbar, the arch of their back into their behind, and how the curve of their hips is ideal for reproduction. And they casually discuss getting access to Nigerian women to x-ray them. They talk about a 14-year study they completed in Jamaica on the legs and knees of the best Jamaican athletes and runners. I have not seen that discussed. And what I'm concerned about is what we're going to find out about how they were accessing black bodies, whether there was consent, likely not, as we can anticipate, how Bill Gates and his access and ownership of medical facilities probably provided access to black bodies. Tuskegee experiment, these types of behaviors have not ended. And yeah, what? No one's talking.
Be angry.
Likely not, as we can anticipate. How Bill Gates and his access and ownership of medical facilities probably provided access to black bodies. Tuskegee experiment, these types of behaviors have not ended. And yeah, what? No one's talking about it.
So there's an email from Epstein to an evolutionary biologist talking about studying Nigerian women in a scientific term because Nigerian women are the most fertile in the world. There's also an email from Epstein asking him how to get rid of the human population and the pores to Bill Gates. He's asking Bill Gates how we need to get rid of the poor people. What the fuck do we need to do? Right now, matter of fact, what I'm trying to say here is Nigerians will have access to all this information and then still turn around tomorrow and hear that 100 people have been killed in a church and they'll swear that it's Muslims doing it. Meanwhile, the day after that, 100 Muslims will be killed in a mosque being blown up. They will not make it a religious thing. How do you guys not see this? We are the biggest threat to everybody. Our minds, our numbers, our fucking genes, our genetics. So now Nigeria has signed a deal with the United States government where the United States government is going to monitor Nigeria's healthcare in the interest of America. Like they said it, we're going to monitor America's healthcare in to America's best interest. What is Nigeria's healthcare got to do? Like, what is America's best interest when it comes to Nigeria's healthcare? Epstein is literally trying to cut. You can imagine how many Nigerian women have been cut open, killed, because they are trying to figure out why our women are the most fertile. What do you think Nigerian women are on the internet saying right now? Let me tell you, they're basically copying black American women. Nigerian women, for some reason, you get on the internet, Nigerian women become black American. They don't understand the attack. Nobody sees how much everyone is coming for us. Nigerian women want to Japan. They want to look at them. Oh, black men this, black men that. Nigerian men. We are literally, every race of women has admitted that black men are literally the most involved men, the most open-minded, the most worthy. Every group of women want us. Our women are swearing we are the devil. Look what's going on. We had more childbirths last year than the whole of Europe. And now Trump has put military in Nigeria on the ground. I've been saying it for the longest. It's about two things: reducing our population and re-enslaving 1, 2, 3. But no, Nigerians, we don't care. Split Nigeria up. We want Biafra. Oh, we want Ijebu land. We want Yoruba land. But I'm saying, the one thing I absolutely hate the most about myself is my inability to stop caring for people who can't care for themselves. I have cried. I swear to God, I have cried asking God, why did you do this to me? Why could you not make me as heartless as everybody else? Do y'all understand? Go on LinkedIn and check. Go see my youngest sibling. I don't even know if it's my sibling, if it's my father's child anyways, but the Lebanese woman's son, go and see what he's doing. Go see his job in Kano, in Nigeria. But mind you, my papa na number 2 for NDLEA. Go and see what that boy's job is in Nigeria. Imagine what me right now, everyone's on my page. Oh, you're so smart, you're this, you're smart, you're this, you're that. If I had no morals, if I did not care, imagine what I would have been like in Nigeria. And that's one of the things that hurts me, is like, I always think about what I could have been. when I'm thinking about all you useless people that are out here still. Like, I care more about you than you care about you, and that makes no I should be thinking like the rest of black men who there are a lot of black men who have come to the same conclusion I have, and they said the only way they can secure their bloodline is to marry and have a child with a white woman. They have a biracial child because they know their biracial children will it doesn't matter that their bloodline is now white. It's still alive, it's still secure. What are we doing? Because it's like, have a black child today, you know you are enslaving your child, especially if you live here. But no, Nigerians want to talk about Wizkid and Seun Kuti. Nigerian women want to be billing everybody. Give me money, give me money.
Nigerians have joined the chat group. Like, I don't even understand the level of depravity that these Epstein files are revealing. Like, I didn't even know that Nigerians were part of the, group of people that would, be said in these, files. The fact that he believed our bodies are designed for reproduction, like we have high fertility, and the fact that they were doing a research on it. What was the end game? Like, what was the end game? Were you looking for fresh blood? Were you looking for, whatever they're looking for longevity? And you know what pisses me off? A lot of Caucasians are not outraged with this animosity. The fact that a lot of your young women were used, the unthinkable, stuff that were found in these files were mostly your own women, your own people, but you guys are not raged enough for me. Like, I don't even get it. So it means these things have been going on to the point that we Nigerians are involved. It's like literally everyone is looking for a Nigerian to exploit. And I get it. We have always been the target for so many, sinister stuff, but to come to the realization that in his files, and these are revealing that he actually wanted us for our reproduction because he thought we are, we have high fertility, and of course we're going to give birth to a lot of babies that he will use in his God knows what. Like, I don't even know. It's like literally the devil himself working in these people. I don't know, like, it needs to be studied. Like, Caucasians, there's got to be something somewhere that is making them to do the things they are doing, because this thing is unnatural and is evil on all levels. So guys, watch the clips and let me know what you think in the comments.
Nigerian women are not safe. In the Epstein files, there is somewhere where Jeffrey Epstein is writing a letter to this revolutionary biologist. I think his name is Robert Travis, something like that. And he's talking to him about how they are intending to study the bodies of Nigerian women because they are better designed for reproduction. Is it your first time hearing that? Now, before we get started, do you know a place called Igbora in Nigeria or your state? This place is known as the world's twins capital because of its number of twins, unusual number of twins. I mean, for every 1,000 births in this place, 50 of them are twins. Crazy, right? Now, scientists have been trying to uncover the reason for this unusuality. They've been trying to uncover, is it their food? Is it the water they drink? Is it genetics? Is it their ancestry? They have been trying to uncover this. White scientists for a while. And why they have been doing this, they are still unsure about the particular reason why the rate of twin in Igbora is of this extent. However, the Nigerian researcher Akinwale Fadoju from the University of Ibadan has conducted an extensive research on the rate of twins, and he has theorized that the soil, it's the soil, it's magic, it's environmental, and this soil is what they grow their food on, which brings us direct to what their dietary. Now, I don't know how popular this is, but how come we Nigerians don't take ourselves seriously? In fact, we Africans, we do not take ourselves seriously until somebody that is of a different skin color tells us to. How is this not mainstream? People have been visiting this place and people have been talking about this place. So what this researcher did, he brought some couples, some people to Igbora, people that had no ancestry to the Yoruba lineage, people, just random people. He brought them there and they stayed there, I think, for over a year, and they had twins. He sent the food to some of the people outside of the place, the food from Igbora, and some of them had twins. So basically, it has something to do with the environment, the soil, the food they consume, their dietary, everything of that sort. So in these Epstein files, Jeffrey already knows these things. And he's talking about how we are going to be studying the bodies of Nigerian women because they are fertile and their back is somehow and their hips are some. As a Nigerian woman reacting to the baby's pictures and videos of the horrid things they are doing to them in the Epstein file, don't forget that you're mentioned. And you could you could easily be a target because you have something that they want. You have something that they want to get to the root of.
God, no. God, no.
Warning, I'm just gonna warn y'all, this file that I found is absolutely disturbing. This is your chance to go ahead and just scroll. But this was a case that I found where Jeffrey was convicted of everything that he did in America, he did it in Africa. It says right at the top, they were luring, coercing these African vulnerable minors into perverted acts that would never have been committed at the presence of their biological parents or legal guardians. The things that he did to these kids, it's my heart. This one got to me. This one got to me. The way that these kids have damages and that they are probably still traumatized by Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Clinton, Naomi Campbell. There are so many people connected to this. And Africa was also aware that this was all going on. But see, the thing about it is, Jeffrey Epstein was paying everybody off. And when people were trying to testify against them, as you can see here, the acts of covering up or facilitating the defendant's sex trafficking business were undertaken, enabled, and or during the course of the scope of the defendant's multiple secret trips to African countries. Right there, secret trips to African countries. And I found multiple times in these emails where they are planning these secret trips. And this file right here shows how much it truly impacted them. Psychological damages, the negative effects that it has on their ability to get married, the stigma and the stereotypes and the traditions and the cultural African lifestyles. Y'all was doing something to boys. This is how I know y'all was doing something to little boys. Another one. The plaintiffs became aware of the gravity of the abuse by foreign agencies in African soil, informed African authorities in this case of these abuses committed by the French peacekeepers in the Central Republic of Africa and others, and corrupt African authorities cowardly kept a blind eye. And again, to be clear, these are the defendants right here. Jeffrey Epstein, his estates, the banks, the African Union. Right here, it goes to show where I was constantly finding all of these different charitable nations and tax write-offs. Well, it was all a lie. It was just front. Right there. The corporations utilized by the defendants have been utilized for wrongdoing, fraud, and injustice to these third parties. The corporations are but an alter ego of their principal place of business. Right there. Right there. They knew about this in 2019. This hit the desk of Attorney General Miss James. They already knew about this. But somebody somewhere, they need to explain what happened here, because them kids, women, children deserve justice. And here is where it proves that this happened to boys, girls in the African continent. victims of sex trafficking, rape, abuse, physical violence, psychological trauma, and any other harms inflicted by Jeffrey Epstein and his associates. Let's not forget, he had plenty of people helping him. Plenty of people. So please stop saying that black people are not in these documents. Yes, they are.
We went in there for 2 hours. There's millions of files, right? And in a couple of hours, we found 6 men whose names have been redacted, who are implicated in the way that the files are presented.
The point is that these 6 are just what we found in 2 hours of a review of the files that aren't redacted. The broader issue is why so many of the files they're getting are redacted in the first place. And until that becomes unredacted, the main things that they're sending to the career attorneys to review, I don't think we're going to have full compliance with the law, get to the question that most Americans want to know. Who were the rich and powerful people who went to this island? Did they rape underage girls? Did they know that underage girls were being paraded around?
One of those 2 lawmakers joins us right now, Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. He was pivotal in forcing the Department of Justice to release the Epstein files. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for your coverage of this.
Who are the 6 men whose names you saw?
We are going to push the Justice Department to release those. They had photographs as marked of co-conspirators. Some of them are Americans. Some of them are powerful people overseas. And there's no reason that they should be covering up those names.
Of the ones who are Americans, are they in our politics?
No, but look, the 6 people that Thomas and I were talking about are just what we discovered in 2 hours of searches. There are probably many more that have been hidden, but this was so blatant that there were 6 people who were named as co-conspirators. By the way, there were others named as co-conspirators who were women. And our assumption is some of those women may be survivors, but it's not clear that all of the women were survivors. Some of the redactions, even on the sensational emails, are appropriate. Some of them were potentially survivors, but they clearly have redacted in a way that is excessive. The most important thing is, though, that these career attorneys got documents that were already redacted. Most of the survivor statements to the FBI, where they named other men, and particularly men in this country, the F-302 forms, they were already redacted by the time the attorneys reviewed it. And our law, the Epstein Transparency Act, required the FBI and the grand jury testimony to be unredacted. That obviously has not happened.
How come nobody's talking about this one? About studying Nigerian women? What is this one? Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about this one.